Hello there, welcome to Musicians in Power, and I'm your host Martin. And basically, today we're going to react to Purple Kiss. And just for any context, I'm a musician and based in Scotland. I'm primarily an educator musician, but I have listened to K-pop since 2006, with Big Bang being my first artist that I was really into. And ever since then, I've just been listening to all sorts, and I've seen a number of them live. So yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of reacting to Purple Kiss because previously I've been into their works from Ponzana to Cabin Fever, I think is the name of the other one, and uh, just every one of their works I think is impressive. So I like the fact as well they tap into the horror styling a bit more. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do on this album because I believe this is their seventh album, Hideaway, that this track is from, On My Bike. Um, and yeah, I don't actually know anything about it because this is a full first reaction. I haven't followed any of the promotions. I do not know a single thing, so it's blind as can be. So we're just gonna go right into it and just kind of like see what's going on, and then we're gonna analyze it a little after it and see what we can take from it. I may also intermittently pause. So yeah, let's just go right into it. And bear with me because I am not good at controlling things. Ooh, leather, leather. We love that. Okay, that's a good start. There's Josie. So devil angel motifs. And there's Swan. Love her. Love her tone. Ooh, rock pen. Okay, we're going rock. I love that move there. Ooh, fisheye lens as well. Nice. Nice touches. And formation. There we go. There we go. We're expecting a bridge. Nice. Ooh. Okay. Okay, that's some interesting structure. Okay. Ooh. Oh, an outro as well. Okay. Like an outro variant of the chorus. Nice. Oh, they just finish it like that, do they? Okay, one sec. Let's just make sure that this pauses before it ends. Okay. Okay, that's a food for thought. I'm gonna have to quickly check the lyrics on that actually, just because I want to double check something. Because that's I don't know what they did at that bridge. It was a bridge, we'll say that, but whether it stays a bridge is a question. So I'm gonna quickly just check this. oh, what's it called? On my bike. Let's just quickly check this. I just want to see what that format is. Okay, so there's a verse one. There's a refrain. Okay, so there's actually a refrain there. I didn't even realize there was a refrain. So yes, verse one, refrain, pre-chorus, chorus, interlude. So yeah, they included which I would personally include as an ad-lib, but it works either way. Verse two, refrain, pre-chorus, chorus again. Okay, so that actually is a bridge, but it's like a lot of bridges do something quite interesting, which is like a middle eight. And they have done, I think, a middle eight. Yeah, that's a middle eight, I believe. Let me just quickly check to make sure I'm not lying. So that's a middle eight, I believe. Yeah, so sometimes a middle bit is a contrasting section in the song, often placed after the second chorus, that introduces new musical ideas. So yeah, and it's 8 bars in length, which is what this is, or roughly 8 bars in length. Yeah. So that's really interesting. I need to listen to that a little bit again. I don't know which bit that was. The rest of the song was your typical, I would say, rock pop ballad kind of thing. But I will say that whilst this song is really good, I did prefer very slightly BBB by them. I think that was more stylistically what I like from them. But not to say that this is a bad track by any means. I would say, yeah, this is a really good, solid track. So yeah, all the verses rather, seem to rely on being 4 bars, and even the refrain is 4 bar. Pre-chorus is only 2 bars. Then the main chorus is your typical eight, and then same again with verse two. It's 4 bars, and then it's 2 bars for the refrain again, 2 bars for the pre-chorus to make up that four in total. So it's basically 8 bars before the chorus, 8 bars during the chorus, and then they do a middle eight. So it's like all 8 bars worth, well, 8 lines worth rather, of lyrics. And they don't really change from that too much until the end, where they then change it to only six and then it ends early. So it feels like it ends early, and it does because they're allowing it to feel unfinished. That's a really smart choice. Same with the changing the bridge styling and sound midway through it. Because a lot of bridges, I feel personally in my experience, what they do is they rely quite heavily on like a kind of back to the chorus. This one kind of just, I wasn't expecting them to do a kind of double part to the bridge. I'll have to listen to that again. Yeah. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna jump. Yeah, we're gonna jump around a little just to quickly see some interesting bits that really caught me off guard. So let's find that bridge again. It was down here somewhere. Oh yeah, here we go. Let me just get the lyrics up as well whilst we're at it. Okay, okay. One sec. One sec. Let's go back. So it's, yeah, I don't like it, I love it. Yeah, I'm a biker, you know it. All we do is fly around the city, we on fire. And then they bring in On My Bike Again, which is the chorus, I believe. This one. I'm pretty sure this is the chorus. Oh my god, this is really smart bridge. Okay. That's quite interesting. So they bring in the On My Bike bit from the chorus again, but they change it and they go, On my bike, instead of On my bike. So that's really good. Yeah, I like that bridge a lot. That's a really good bridge. That's a really solid track. It definitely plays more into, I would say, other people's voices in the group. Um, I don't know. We're gonna listen to it one more time, just one more time from the start, because I want to just go through the lyrics and listen to it as I'm taking in the lyrics. So we'll just do that right now, because I need to just take in a few more things. But that bridge is really interesting because it's like structure one, structure two, structure three, structure two again. So it's like one, two, three, two. If you were to kind of like take specific progressions and how they repeat and put them in kind of boxes. So you've got the kind of the whole kind of, where is it? Yeah, I don't like it. I love it. Yeah, I'm a biker, you know it. If we regard that as structure one, and then we do all we do is fly around the city, we on fire. They then repeat that with an oh yeah at the end for the second bit, right at the end of the bridge. So it's basically, yeah, I don't like it, I love it. Yeah, I'm a biker, you know it. Part one. Part two is all we do is fly around the city, we on fire. And then you've got on my bike again. I can't remember the lyrics because they're Korean and I'm not fluent in it. Um, and then you've got all we do is fly around the city, we on fire, oh yeah. So that's quite interesting. So it's like a multi-parted bridge, which I like. It keeps it interesting and it also keeps the song fresh, which is the whole point. Really, really powerful concept though, and it sticks to what Purple Kiss are good at, which is these power ballads that have some edge to them and some interesting things going on. Not their best number for me personally, but definitely a contender for one I would keep listening to, and I can imagine myself getting into this. So we'll do one more listen, and then we'll wrap it up. I'll follow along the lyrics in this time as well, just to see whose vocal it lies on more. Oh, that ending is so sharp because it's like a two bars that they could have put more in there to just add that little kind of end bit. I know why they did it as well because it makes you want to listen to it again because it feels incomplete and it's a really smart choice. Um, so yeah, I looked through the lyrics there whilst listening to that, and I will say, I actually feel like normally with some Purple Kiss songs, a lot of the ones I really like, Dozy and Swan tend to be the prominent vocals because Swan has a more kind of sound to her vocal. I kind of like, and then Dozy is just kind of more. I don't even know how to describe hers, but it's more like to it's got a more kind of like higher frequency, I suppose. And tonally they're really different. Swans is much more of a kind of, as her name suggests, she's like a kind of swan vocally, I would say. While Dozy has got more kind of tone, but then I think also Dozy, isn't she? I believe she's a rapper at times as well. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about her place in the group. Let me just double check just to make sure because I never remember what roles they've given. Okay, there we go. So yeah, there we go. Found it. Okay, so Dozy is actually not a rapper, so I was wrong on that. So basically, the people that are rappers is Yuki and Shane. They have a lot of roles. They have a lot of roles. So Gohan is the main vocalist, and the main two dancers are Dozy and Ire, which makes sense. Then the main rapper is Yuki, and then the main vocalists, alongside Gohan, are Chain and Swan. Interesting, interesting. Yes, I would say this song has laid more into the other vocalists in the group's styles, especially Yuki. She got a whole verse and a bit to herself as well, which I think is really good. They gave her a whole rap verse, which is nice, and they allowed her to come in as well on the bridge for the "I Don't Like It, I Love It, I'm a Big You Know It." And I think on top of that, they also gave her another bit. Where did they give the other bit? There's just another bit there. Ah, right, the start, and I keep it on track as well. And then near the end, yeah, so they should give her a few lines, but not too many. I think there's six members are in this group as well, so it's a good distribution, honestly. I think every person's vocal shined equally, but also it played into their strengths. So compositionally, they definitely thought about what they were putting alongside um Purple Kisses and their sound. So I would say it's a really well executed song. So I'm gonna just quickly find out who wrote it. Because I wonder if I know any of these people, or at least know of them, shall I say. Let me just double check. Because I wonder if this is like Billy's Ring My Bell. Okay, so, oh, Junbas. Junbas. I know them, so they're the lyric people. So, who are the people that wrote the song? So it's Maria Marcus, Tobias rather, Nasland, and Christian Fast. How do I know? Ah, okay. So Maria is a person that writes for Red Velvet and a lot of other big artists, including XL Tribe, Nami Muro. She's done for a lot of Japan and South Korea, a lot of music, including for Triple S as well. So yeah, just massive amount of work done by her. I think I know Christian Fast from somewhere. I'll just quickly check out what he's about. Yeah, twice it's the Stray Kids, the boys. Yeah, classic people that just are very involved in the industry. And then Tobias Nasland. So who's Tobias Nasland? So his is production. So he focuses primarily on production. So what has he put out? Oh, so he's worked with Yena. That's cool. Everglow as well, and he does intense co-writing sessions with Maria. So Maria and him are kind of co-writers together a lot of the time. Yeah, so he's wrote for quite a decent number of people, including Lil Cherry, the boys. Yeah. Okay, so they all are very, very good at what they do, and clearly they know what they're doing. And they also lyric contribution from Swan as well for this song because she's been getting more into the lyric writing. So yeah, this is really well done. Honestly, I am actually really happy with this. That's a solid song. Is it their best song? Not in my personal opinion, but truthfully, it does leave you wanting more, which I think is a good thing because it means you'll come back to this album. And I mean, there's I think 7 songs on this album from what I remember reading. I'll double check really quickly if it will allow me to. Uh, there we go. No, there's only 5, so it's quite a small album. Yeah, this is a really good little mini album, I would say. I would like to see a full album from Purple Kiss at some point because they have been on the go since the 2021. So I think it would be nice to see all their styles come together, specifically the Ponzona style. I would also say the MEMM one, and I would also probably say Cabin Fever. Those 3 albums are the ones I had on repeat when they came out, especially Sweet Juice. Um, I would say Agit as well. Um, Pretty Psycho, I also had it on repeat. And Joa as well. I also had, I think I had Skip Skip, My Heart Skips a Beat, Panzana. They were very, very, very prominent for me for a long time. So I'd like to see a blend of those with a newer style and see how it goes. I think really they're on a great trip currently with where they're going sound wise. I just think I think we do deserve a full album from them so far. They've been doing really well. So yeah, I think that's all we need to see from them. But I do realize that they are um, in a participation on something currently, so they might not come this year, but hopefully next year. Because I remember, I think this song released in October last year, from what I remember. Yeah, October the 22nd was when the album came out. Yeah, it was banging time for that time of year. So yeah, dance pop, dark pop, rock, hip hop, and R&B. So yeah, dark pop is what I would class this track as, alongside rock and pop. Yeah, solid release. Solid release. I would, if I was rating it on like a 1 out of 10, I would give it a solid 7. I think 7 is a really, really good rating for this, and I could probably up it to 7.5 actually because it's one of the songs that I feel will grow on me. So yeah, I think that's all I've really got to say because there's not too much structuring stuff to this, but there's a lot of interesting moments, and I think it is a really solid track that will grow on me. It's not a particularly interesting track in terms of structuring. It's your typical pop song, but what it does really well is it plays into the vocals of the members and specifically their own tonal changes, with the more husky tone that Swan has versus Dozy versus Yuki. Dozy has more kind of slightly more pitchy tone, versus Yuki has a more kind of like lower drawl, I would like to say. Um, and then they all kind of collectively as well with the ad libs layer really nicely to give a really good depth to it. So there's a lot to take away from this vocally. Conceptually, it's just your dark pop rock song, but yeah, honestly, well done. Yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys another time. Thank you for listening.